I guess I'm getting older and not making so much of a mess. Look at this hood. I need someone to paint this thing. Alright, so this thing, this interesting package in there, but I'll show you maybe if I remember. This thing doesn't smell as bad anymore because I sprayed down all the cylinder. I think what happened with this was this right here, number 3 intake, it's stuck from that fuel. Yes, stuck. And nothing had anywhere to go, so it pulled that stud. Now it's cranking because I have it in that video. You hear it. There's one video and you hear it. It's cranking, and then it's kind of like you hear a crank and a pop, crank and a pop, crank and a pop, crank and a pop. Even when I was moving it in here too, which is very, very strange. I'm not sure if it's just the rocker going something like that, because I heard that. Also with the ticking, every other so many ticks it went pa-ting. I scratched my quarter panel over there. Yeah, I probably did. The cord's ruined. Anyway, so I think that's what happened. The thing stuck. I'm planning on trying to pull that out and tap it. I have an interesting tool in here to drive that back in, but it's going to come out again. And what else? K&N filter has to get oiled, which is horrible. I hate these things. I wish I had room to get down my stock air intake. And snap off, I made a custom thing. I got these years ago. The tap I need, is it a sign? I'm not sure. It's broken right there. And I called Snap-on over a month. They say they don't have any. Over a month. I go, what? I didn't even really say anything to the lady. I said, okay, thank you. Got my part over, and that was about it. I just kept my thoughts to myself, meaning that that's bullshit. And a major tool company, a month. That's unacceptable. If that's where we're heading in America. They don't want you to do anything. You need to be done. Yeah, alright. And another stupid thing. Check out this bumper on this thing. They keep ramming it. Now we got 3 now. 1, 2, 3. It's still pushed in. Brand new bumper. They ruined that shit. Should have gave that bumper to somebody else. Anyway, this shows you the junkyard has better parts than what you do. When you have a junky mindset, everything gets junked up. Pretty sad that this thing's all smashed in, and the other side is smashed down this side. Window sparked, and everything. It's just, I think of the endless projects that I have to do here. It's just too much. You're gonna have to just cut them out of your life. Anyway, clean up all our bolts. We got that one to test out that whenever I can do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to just drive that shit back in there just to see if it runs. I can always pull it out again, I guess. This is the OEM tool to drive those things back in. Look, it fits perfectly, and I believe that's the correct installed height. It's all the way in. That's about how much we're pulled on here. I bet if I put it on another one, it'll bottom out. Yeah. That's that Kentmoore. I buy stupid shit, I know. J6880 for $10.99. Looks brand new because it probably is. And then you can use a hammer or like an air hammer. I don't think it's gonna fix it though. Should I try it? Let me know in the comments below. It's gonna pull out again. Be funny though if it runs. I'm just curious if the thing runs without any of the problems. I could have more damage. I really have no freaking idea. I don't think the valve was bent because I can whack on all the valves. They all seal fine. I was spraying cleaner in there, a little carb cleaner to get the gummy old fuel out. It was still in the ports. And no problem, they're all holding it just fine. They hold overnight. And I was kind of just dabbing out with a rag. I'm going to blow them all out with compressed air, I think. I might pull the plugs too. Sucks, man. This doesn't smell like fuel anymore. What else I do? I clean my intake. I don't know. I can't believe snap off, man. What a shit. I had to buy a tap. I painted my stud shittily orange because it's rusting and looks horrible. Yeah, we cleaned all this up. Got that mostly clean. Got under gaskets. Now let me oil my air filter. Yeah, should I try that thing? I don't know. That's the install tool. You can use air hammer or a big hammer. What I could also do is pull that out and put an oversized standard one in instead of threading it. I don't know. So I would just take the heads off, but those bolts are really rusty in the back. And I don't even know if any machine shops are open. And I need a power steering pump puller. I have to take the pulley off the pump because there's a bolt in the back that gets to the head. And the manifolds definitely have to come off. Will they come off? I don't know. Kind of crispy. That might come off. I did treat those. Standard bolt, standard bolt, standard bolt, standard bolt. And crusty on the bottom. You can always just cut those though right across and be having fun trying to get the remaining of the ones that are cast. It should come out though. Came out and the exhaust guy messed with me who died. That's one to mess with him. He had to heat him up really good and then he just kind of put it back on. He said I also put studs in there just to line up my gaskets when I do it. So the gaskets don't slide, so you don't need any help setting it down. I used to ask for help, but then, you know, everyone's pretty much worthless now, so I gotta grind that rust out of that valve cover and paint that. Yeah, I'm curious just to whack that shit down just to see if it would run. But then you gotta take the intake manifold off, do it right. I think the exhaust ports, exhaust valves rather, go into water jacket. Intake does not. That's what I think. Or this one, see, like that one, that's an exhaust one. Pretty sure that goes into water. Not the intake. That's what I think I came across a general consensus. So half of them do, half of them don't. So I was just gonna fix that one that's pulled and run it. It's just a 305 head, just garbage. Cheapest possible solution to see if it even runs, and then figure out something later. I hate these filters. That's probably oil good enough. You either put too much or too little. I hate these things. I hate them. I called the company and I bitched that down. They're probably not going to reply. But they're horrible products and their foam, there's shit going on with it. And a couple other things. I demand replacement parts. Well, I don't know, I guess I'll keep it because that's a cool tool. Cause watch, you put it over the, that one's fine. You can go check them. See that distance? That's all the way down. That's not all the way down.